I would recommend trying to remember the last step I do every night is to load whatever was here when I got here, so people don't, because we've had people accidentally override our stuff before.
Oh, yeah.
Because people might not realize it's your personal profile,
Yeah.
and they'll make changes to it.
Yeah.
So you just go tools, load show. I'll save your changes, I guess, doesn't really matter. And then if you remember what was there, if not, default or Carl. Like Carl time, I think is the one that, I don't know whose that is, but that's what I usually see. But I made a default one just, which I think is basically the same thing. So either of those, just load it to something other than yours or Black Sheep. Don't do Black Sheep.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would just do
Default's a good, that's
Yeah.
easy to remember.
Yeah, default's great, and then if someone else has their own profile, they can change it. But that's just to protect you.
Yeah,
Another
smart.
thing you can do that I would recommend after you get your initial setup, there is a USB slot here. If you get a little USB thumb drive and plug it in there, this export show button will be enabled, and it will let you save a copy of this to that, and that way if anyone accidentally deletes yours or changes it, you can plug the USB drive back in and say import show, which will be from the USB.
I
It'll let you
wondered
pull
about
back
that. Oh, that's
yeah,
huge.
so I would make a backup once you kind of have it the way you want it.
Awesome.
Yeah, other than that, those are the basics. Oh yeah, this is the thing. I don't think you're going to need to worry about this, but just so you know, so we were looking down here at like the delay, which again, I don't think you're gonna have to mess with the delay,
Yeah.
but this,
That's just so the delay is just
Yeah.
so you're not having to rely on the timing of your sliding. Is that right?
so if I do fade in, if I put this like way up, and then go back.
Then you could just do a push button like next cue kind of
Well,
thing.
you can see as I slide this up now, there's a
It's
big
slow,
delay,
yeah.
but the button still does instant. So
Okay.
it's sort of, I don't like it because I personally like to be able to personally control it.
Yeah.
But if I go here, if I click on the cue, when you make a new queue, the default is going to be 0 for these, which again is my preference because I like being able to physically
Yeah.
control it. But if for whatever reason you like always know you want to delay and you want to be able to just crank it up. And if you want to be messing with these, I really don't mess with these very often, but there's this button up here with the pages. You can see there's a little page icon here because there's only 10 little buttons here, but there's more than that. So when I click the page, now
it would go to the next page. or
yeah,
whatever.
now these are these ones, I believe. So as I kind of cycle through, it just gives me the different. And most of these are empty, but page 1 is going to be just the first 10, I believe. Page 2 is empty for some reason, and then page 3 I think is these probably. It's weird, like I don't know what they did. This changes sometimes.
Okay.
It's shared by a lot of folks, but that's how you get to like if you weren't finding one. I personally wouldn't mess with it. This gets a little bit more convoluted,
Yeah.
but if you feel confident and that makes sense to you, then that is
Maybe
one of the
next
fun.
year.
But just feel free to do whatever you want. I'm just kind of pointing out.
What's this guy?
That is a good. I at one point knew what this was. Oh, this might be just a different way to do what we just did because you can see it's 1 through 10, and then I press this, and now it's 11 through 18. So that's probably, and it looks like there's nothing in 19. So actually, I think that might be an easier way than what I just showed you actually, because this is 1 through 10. So this
It's
is
interesting that when you
this.
hit that one, they're green, and when you hit this pages button, they're red.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that
I wonder if it's a different
means.
setting.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? I think you're right. Sorry, ignore what I said before.
Okay.
I think this is doing what I said before. This is probably to set different pages of presets. So probably if you wanted this to be, like if you needed more.
we had more than
if you need,
that.
like pretend we didn't have this and you needed
Yeah.
more than 20 things. I think this is like the third page. So I think this is always the red is always gonna correspond with these, and the green is always gonna correspond with these. Sorry, that was my bad. It's just been a minute since I was messing with those. So I don't think you're gonna need to mess with, if you're doing really basic stuff, I don't think you're gonna need to mess with this. This is how you can access these though, if you need to change those. Again, I very rarely mess with those. The only time I ever do them is if I accidentally have a delay.